Kai hovered high above Seoul, a city flickering in and out of existence. Buildings warped, twisting in impossible geometries as different timelines collided and collapsed. A sudden, jarring alert flashed in his vision. Apocalyptic threat detected. Multiple plus SSS entities incoming. As if on cue, the sky tore open. Fractured rifts spat out enemies of unimaginable scale. Alien temporal titans, grotesque hybrids of flesh and machine, and even distorted, nightmarish echoes of Kai himself. His own power, the Immortal Weapon, pulsed with a fierce plus SSS resonance, a hum that matched the bloodlust burning hotter than ever in his veins. A low whisper escaped his lips, a promise to the cosmos. If all of time wants to end me, they will pay in blood. He dove. Every strike was a cataclysm, carving through reality itself. He bent space around his fist, tore through energy shields that defied physics, and shattered the bodies of his foes. Sparks, explosions, and the screams of dying monstrosities echoed across the fractured cityscape. Above the chaos, a cloaked figure watched, its single violet eye glowing with an inscrutable light. Kai, it whispered to the wind. The apocalypse is only beginning. But Kai couldn't hear it. Rage, pure and absolute, surged through him. The final terrifying phase of his godlike evolution had just begun. The apocalyptic enemies didn't wait their turn. They struck as one, a coordinated assault that warped gravity, bent light, and fractured the very flow of time. Kai was a blur, dodging attacks that came from the past, present, and future simultaneously. His internal system pulsed with a new notification, a lifeline in the storm. New skill ready, dimensional eradication, ultimate overdrive. The Immortal Weapon resonated with this new power, glowing with an intensity that outshone the chaos. It sliced through alien energy, hyper-advanced metal, and time itself with equal ease. Sparks flew like supernovas as the hybrid titans screamed, their massive bodies tearing through the streets below. Then, the echoes appeared. Glimpses of Kai's past and future selves materialized from the temporal rifts, their movements mirroring his, their attacks merging with his own in a symphony of destruction. It was a dizzying, impossible dance. High above, the cloaked figure remained a silent observer. "Kai, will you survive this storm?" it whispered, a question lost in the cacophony. The doubt only fueled him. A primal roar tore from Kai's throat. His immortal weapon blazed brighter than the sun. Each strike no longer just hit its target. It fractured multiple timelines at once, disintegrating his enemies across countless dimensions. The city quaked, and the terrified citizens below could only scream as flashes of godlike power lit up the sky. Kai's resolve hardened into a single burning thought. I am the Immortal Weapon, and no apocalypse can stop me. From the largest, most violent rift in the sky, a new horror emerged. It was the Apocalypse Core, a monstrous fusion of every temporal enemy, alien energy, and fractured reality he had faced, all coalesced into one being. The system alert screamed a dire warning: enemy level, infinite, plus SSSSS and threat, maximum caution. But caution was a luxury Kai had long abandoned. His immortal weapon blazed with the fury of centuries, a white-hot inferno of rage. He became a ghost, phasing through impossible attacks, his form flickering as he struck multiple points on the core simultaneously. Waves of pure energy tore the ground and skies apart. Sparks exploded like galaxies as lesser enemies disintegrated in the backlash, timelines warping and snapping under the strain. Just as the battle reached its peak, the cloaked figure appeared beside him, its form a whisper in the storm. This is the final test, Kai. Defeat the core or all timelines will collapse. The words were a command and a prophecy. Rage, vengeance, and a burning bloodlust surged into a singular, unstoppable force. Kai activated his ultimate technique, absolute temporal domination plus Omni strike. His attacks didn't just move fast, they split across every dimension at once, hitting the core in the past, present, and future simultaneously. The colossal entity staggered, its form flickering. Reality itself quaked violently. Kai's triumphant roar echoed across infinity. "I am the Immortal Weapon! I will not fall!" Kai's strikes shattered the apocalypse core. Each blow was a thunderclap that resonated across countless fractured realities. Explosions of sparks and waves of temporal energy erupted, washing over the city. Skyscrapers that had survived so far now bent and twisted as dimensions violently collided. The Immortal Weapon in his hand pulsed with a brilliant new light. A calm, new alert appeared in his vision. New skill unlocked, infinite temporal sovereignty. He could feel it, the power to manipulate time, space, and energy as one. His attacks now transcended all conventional limits. The hybrids, the echoes, the titans, all fell before his godlike assault, erased from existence. The cloaked figure watched, its single eye narrowing for the first time. A flicker of something. Was it concern? "Kai, you have become dangerous," it whispered, the sound barely audible over the dying storm. "Even I may not be able to control you." But Kai was beyond control. He was a force of nature. His voice boomed, a declaration to the cosmos itself. "I am Kai! I am the Immortal Weapon, and I will survive all of time!" The last remnants of the apocalypse core disintegrated, its fragments scattering harmlessly across the dimensions. Yet, as the dust settled, whispers in the fractured currents of time seemed to promise, "This is not the end." Kai stood atop the highest fractured skyscraper, his immortal weapon still blazing with power. His system displayed the final, triumphant message. Temporal apocalypse complete. Infinite temporal sovereignty achieved. The city below was a patchwork of glowing residual energy and terrified silence. The citizens who had survived could only stare, their minds struggling to comprehend the flashes of godlike power they had just witnessed. Then, the cloaked figure descended, landing softly before him. Its armor glowed, and for the first time, its single, piercing violet eye seemed to look right into Kai's soul. "You have surpassed expectations," it said, its voice a low, resonant whisper. "But the ultimate challenge approaches. The true manipulator of all timelines will awaken soon." Kai didn't flinch. Rage, vengeance, and a hardened determination surged, tempered now by absolute power. He clenched his immortal weapon, its light reflecting in his eyes. "Bring it on," he declared, his voice calm and unbreakable. "I am Kai. I am the Immortal Weapon, and no one, not even the ultimate manipulator, will defeat me." As he spoke, ripples of pure energy and sparks of raw power danced across the fractured skies. The war for all timelines was far from over. Kai had reached the pinnacle of his power, but a greater, more insidious enemy was waiting in the shadows.